So I'm gonna do these videos periodically as new people come through my information and think this is like a doctor-patient relationship. And I'm gonna make sure to clarify this is not a doctor-patient relationship where you have support. Because what you're looking for is someone to say that it's okay that you feel pain, and when the pain is so exponential and you're so scared, then you go to the hospital and they tell you you have a diagnosable condition, whatever it is. Then that support will turn into, you harmed me, Jillian. You did this to me, Jillian. And so this protocol is not meant for everybody. This protocol is meant for those that obviously read the pin post. This protocol is obviously meant for those that understand that you have to go through your predispositions, and the only support that you really need is your understanding and the support of the people around you in your world to understand what you're doing. And if you don't fully understand what you're doing, your support system at home, if you have any, will not understand. My group that I have now, people share their experiences and they don't mischaracterize what's going on. Even making the jelly juice, the salt quells anything pathogenic. So even mold on the jelly juice is not a problem. You just mix and stir. And then you can figure out the ratios of cabbage and kale to make it as juicy or as thick as you want. And since this is a temporary venture of being on the J juice, though some will figure out when it's appropriate for them, you'll go through as little or as much as you feel you need without putting yourself in an indefinite cured state. And I mean, my book's going to come out next year, and it will give you everything from A to Z. But at this point, you need to read the pin post, watch some of the videos. But I'm not at all putting anyone in my group or myself in the position to support anyone in this venture, because it truly is you that must understand that everything you thought you knew is going out the wayside. And you will use the medical holistic system as a transition point, because there must be some kind of happy medium so you're not constantly suffering, that you do have some points of joy and equilibrium. But the whole basis point of the JJ protocol is you have to level up to the level of the environment and feel whatever it is that your immune system has not been able to experience, and you're going to have to deal with it again. And there is no support in my group or with me that will give you any relief that you're looking for to cause you to ask me for support. You must support yourself. You must support yourself. There's nothing that I can do or anyone in my group can do for anyone. I mean, if you have access to my Facebook page, you can follow me. You can friend request me, but don't ask me any questions, because you either want to feel the pain or you're going to find whatever cure on the market to help you transition. And I am not in a position to recommend any antibiotics or anything that is a cure, because I'm not a doctor. But you said this salt was a cure. It is eventually, but then you don't want to stay on the jelly juice forever. So I can't tell you when to get off. I can't tell you when to get on. I can't tell you how much or how little. There is nothing that I could really do to give you what you're looking for, that you're going to have to figure out what your aim is, what your whole point of doing this is. This is not just a cleanse. This is not just a detox, though it's been sold as that by many people out there. But if you have been following me, you'll realize this is not a cleanse or a detox. This is a whole different way of looking at evolving in this society. And it's not easy. It is the most difficult thing to evolve yourself in this society without putting yourself in a cured state, pain-free all the time. And it's very difficult to keep an animal alive and evolving, it's very difficult to keep your kids alive and evolving without always turning to the medical holistic system to detox you or to cure you in a pain-free, indefinite lifestyle. And then death is going to be the expectation because you can't be cured in a dynamic environment. That is the third law of thermodynamics. So I'm not accepting anybody in my group. I'm not answering any questions. It's either you get this information or you don't. Either you look at my information as a detox like the holistic world, or you understand that the J juice is very temporary and it is a catalyst to evolution. It's a catalyst to pain. It's a catalyst to bringing up predispositions you never wanted to face. And if you can't look at it that way, then you're going to be looking for someone to put the responsibility on. You'll be looking for the support. But I'm not putting anybody in my group or myself in that position to be your savior or your Satan. There ain't no one in my group or myself is going to be put in the position to be your savior or Satan. And so this isn't for everybody. And so the fact that I'm not willing to support you in this should tell you that this is not a doctor-patient relationship. You either get it or you don't. And yeah, if you don't like me because of what I'm saying, or if you don't like me because of that you had to feel your evolution, then you don't get it no matter what. And so it won't matter what I do or anyone else that's on my page or in my group, if I were to allow you, my group can do. The fact that people are silent in my group says that we're all dealing with our own shit. We're not leaning on anybody else. We're not requiring too much energy from anybody else. We're dealing with our own personal battles. And the JJ mentality is a personal battle that nobody, not even people in your household, can help you with, because they have their own personal battles too. And so that's why I don't accept anyone in my group, because they'll be under the impression that this is going to be a dynamic group where everyone's going to be like, oh yeah, sharing remedies, sharing and commiserating your situation. No, it's going to be too late for many people, and it's not going to be too late for many people. And you will choose which side of that spectrum you will stand on. You either watch my videos that are on the pinned post and figure out for yourself what you're willing to deal with and balance out your life and your occupation and your responsibilities. Or if it's easier, go back into the medical system, because it will be easier to be in a cured state, but you know where that ends up. But some people are prepared for that and they're okay with it. That's fine. If you're not, then you're going to have to deal with the pain and the evolution and the uncomfortableness, the bloating, the rashes, the itchiness, the feelings of anxiety, the feelings of headaches. I mean, you name every single symptom that everyone wants to go and cure, you're going to have to deal with. Not every single. I've never had a heart attack or a stroke. That's the only thing that really I haven't had. I've had pains everywhere during this process. Some people will have the heart attacks and strokes because that's what's in their predispositions. That's what is in their genetic line. And if they're not willing to face that, then don't even do the JJ protocol if you're afraid to potentially get a symptom that you're going to have to deal with no matter what. And if you're not willing to face your heart attacks and strokes and your anxiety and all the things that you know are in your DNA or in your genetic line, or that you don't know, and I had heart palpitations, but it didn't mean I was going to have a stroke or a heart attack as far as new viruses in the environment, not even on the JJ. Though the JJ did probably give me a bit of heart palpitations, but I didn't have any predispositions to warrant a heart attack. But that's the thing. I don't know what's in your genetic line. And you may not even know what's in your genetic line. So certain things may come to surface that you won't even expect. But if you require yourself to go to the hospital, then it means you don't understand what's going on and you shouldn't be doing it. If you need support with the JJ mentality, you don't need to be doing it. This is not the 60,000 person group. This is not the website that I devised a couple years ago where everyone was asking questions, and because I'm not your doctor yet again. This new world is about autonomy. This new world is about understanding that to evolve in this environment, you must deal with this environment, and it means you must deal with the energy. You must learn how to set boundaries, not only in your life, in your world, but also be cognizant of other people's boundaries as well. And when someone is sick, they don't have boundaries, and they will not abide by somebody else's boundaries. And so doctor-patient relationships are all about superficial boundaries, but then someone always overstepping their boundaries. And so I'm not putting myself in that position, and neither will anyone in my group be put themselves in that position. So good luck to you. But my videos speak for themselves. My posts speak for themselves. And then you'll make the choice. Bye.